Yeah, my first guest is a fully qualified pop star. He's also host of The Extra Factor over on ITV2. Yes, it's Olly Murs. Young Olly is with us this evening. Hello. Olly, I just want to check I've got my facts right. You're from Essex, is that right?
I am from Essex, yeah.
He's a true born son of Essex, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I hear, I don't know if you know this, they're going to put a blue plaque up on the wall of the tanning salon where you were born.
Thank you very much.
Have you ever had a... you can't be... A man can't be vajazzled, can a man?
No, I've never had a vajazzle.
Have you been pajazzled? Is that what they do?
I've never had a vajazzle, no.
Have you been tempted?
No, I've never attempted it, no.
You sure? Because I'm going out with the boys after the show and we're all getting pajazzled.
Really? No, it's not my thing, I'm afraid, no. I like the... If a woman's got one, then fine, that's nice.
Oh, I see. So you've encountered a vajazzle in that context?
Maybe. Who knows?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, he's here, and we're going to have a lot more to talk about than I first thought. It's Olly Murs is on the show. Who knew? Thank you so much for sharing as well. Welcome, Mr. Olly Murs.
You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty-bitty waist and a round thing in your face, baby got back.
Olly Murs, thank you, Richard. Olly Murs, ladies and gentlemen. Sit down, Olly. Looking good. What a handsome young man.
Guys.
Man, I like what you've done to your hair. That's some feat of architecture going on there.
Oh, thank you. I definitely didn't do it, so thanks to Melissa.
It looks like it's like the Sydney Opera House you've got going on there.
Thank you very much.
Now, what an impressive story. What a life you had the last 3 years since you enjoyed the success you did on The X Factor.
Yes.
And it's gone crazy for you. I imagine the life before that and leading up to that was very different to the life you're leading now.
Very different, yeah. No, it has been an amazing 3 years for me. But yeah, no, probably about 22 years of it was pretty boring. But 3 years prior to that was great. And
hold on, so we're getting really into the maths now. So, how old were you when you did X Factor?
25.
25. So up to 22, you considered boring?
No, it wasn't boring. You know what I mean? It was just normal sort of stuff. Really.
Well, what kind of jobs were you doing?
I worked in I did everything. I worked in call centres. I was a paper boy.
I say so. Call centres. Well, paper boy was presumably when you were young, not in your 20s.
Oh, obviously not in the 20s. No.
You'd have been a paper man. But the call centre, what were you selling? What were you trying to sell?
I used to sell everything. One of the main jobs I had was I worked selling kitchens.
Okay, so you would cold call people, just phone them up at the blue?
Cold call. I loved it. I actually loved it.
Well, how would people react? Did you ever manage to actually sell a kitchen?
Yeah, lots. I sold lots of kitchens.
How do you sell a kitchen? So how do you persuade someone to buy a kitchen?
I don't know how. You just have someone that's having a good day and interested.
Someone who's too lazy to go out to a kitchen shop and he's sitting in a real shithole of a kitchen and you happen to call.
But I used to think, if someone's ringing up and offering you 50% off, surely that's a good thing.
Yes, but 50% off something you don't want to buy is not a great thing.
I know, but I loved it. It was a great job.
How long did you do that for?
God, I did it for 3 years during college.
Man, you must have liked it.
I did love it, and it was good. It was really good pay. I used to get, a place to pay my mum and my bills. So.
Did you sell a kitchen to anyone you know?
No.
Okay. Did you buy a kitchen yourself?
No.
So that's a very bad endorsement for the product. So you moved on from that?
Yeah, I moved on from that. I did recruitment. I was a recruitment consultant for 3 or 4 years.
Okay, and what does that involve?
That was I used to get people jobs, getting warehouse jobs.
What kind of warehouse? High-level warehouse skills?
I used to work with some jobs were like jam factories, which I ended up working in eventually.
So you liked it so much you kept that job for yourself? So someone came in, what you got, and you go, well, there's... Hold on. Why did you... What?
No, I
you just really like jam? Why did you want to work in a jam?
No, I actually...
It's all very kitchen-based as well, I can imagine.
I was a recruitment consultant, and then I went travelling.
You went travelling after the jam or before the jam?
Before the jam, yeah.
Okay.
But I had the most amazing time, lots of fun.
I bet you did. When you say fun, you mean sex, of course.
Oh. My mum's watching, but yes, baby.
I think she's figured out you've had sex by now, Olly. You've had a #1 single.
She warned me. She said, you're going on the Jonathan Ross show, you've got to be on your toes tonight.
How old's your mum, by the way? She's probably about my age.
She's... I don't know. I can't tell my mum's age on TV.
Well, roughly.
I don't even know.
Well, you don't know how old your mum is? And yet you sing the praise of jam?
Maybe 49.
She's about my age. She must find me quite hot.
I think she actually does, to be honest.
I've got something to tell you. You know that man who's been saying he's your dad all those years?
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Jonathan.
So, X Factor.
Yes.
You're up there. You didn't get in the first time.
No, I did. I applied for the show twice before I did the one in 2009.
So the first time, both times you were just sent home?
Yeah, no, because obviously, you know, when you watch the show, you have to, there's auditions before you see executives and producers and stuff. Yeah. So the first 2 times I just didn't get through.
And were they right not to put you through, do you think, in those early stages?
Yeah, completely. I wasn't experienced enough. I didn't know. I just did it because I saw the advert on the TV or on the internet. And I just decided to go along and, you know, they obviously didn't like me. And then my mate actually said to me, you should go this year. And I was like, why? And he said, well, it's the over 25, it's always the rubbish category. And I was like, yes, I'll probably get through.
You stand a chance. So what were the first 2 songs you did?
The first
that you didn't get through with?
The first song I did was Jungle Book.
What?
I did I Wanna Be Like You. I wanna be like you, and then they were just like, oh my God, out, next. I mean, obviously the X Factor is an audition, but it's amazing, it's a massive competition. There's lots of people that go. I mean, 250,000 people apply for it every year or something, so...
and then you came second out of those 250,000, which is incredible, and you've had a remarkable... When you came second, did you think, that's ridiculous, I got so close and I didn't pull it off?
No, do you know what? I was just so grateful.
I think we can see that's a special moment.
It looks like I've shat myself.
And yet Simon seems very pleased with that.
It was an amazing feeling to think that people were liking what I was doing, because generally I thought I was rubbish, you know what I mean?
But let's talk about this, because you've had now, since then, you've had a #1 album. Yep. You've had, is it 3 #1 singles?
Yep, 3
#1 singles. That's an incredible achievement.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And I've seen you perform live. I've seen Olly do a little bit actually live. Great performer. You really engage with the crowd. You seem to really love being up there.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they're the reason I'm here, you know what I mean? And we go back to the X Factor, people vote for me on the show, so I always feel, I'm sure any artist is the same, you know, people pay money to come and see you perform or come to see you perform live and gig, so I think it's only right that you connect with them and have a laugh and enjoy it. So.
You have fun. Now, you have a great career now. I know the career you wanted when you were a kid, and a lot of young men feel this way, was you wanted to be a footballer, you wanted to be a professional footballer. I wanted to be the next David Beckham, that was my... Did you have the skills? Did you have the ability?
I was a decent player. I mean, I've lucky enough, since I've got famous and done music and stuff, I've got opportunities to play football, because obviously I played at Soccer Aid and stuff like that with, you know, with Robbie Williams.
With pros and that. But you were pretty good, weren't you, until you had... Did you have an injury when you...
No, I had a really bad... I had a really bad... what was it? I broke my medial ligament and my cruciate ligament in my knee, and it was the most random injury. I was just running along and my knee just buckled behind me, it just snapped behind. And I remember I had to go around this girl's house that night afterwards, to drive around there, and it just ballooned out of control.
When you say you had to, what do you mean you had to?
Well, no, I arranged to meet up with her, so I had to drive around.
You were on a sure thing. You weren't going to give it up just because you snapped your leg in half.
No, I was
so you didn't think about her feelings, that you can't get your jeans down over your swollen, grotesque, gangrenous knee. And you say, never mind that, darling, turn out the light.
Yeah.
But no, you couldn't drive?
I couldn't drive around then, and when I got there, my knee just ballooned, and I literally walked in, said hello, and I had to go. It was horrible. It was so bad, it ruined my foot. And that was the reason I got into music at the time, because that was when it all went... I was loving football. That was all I wanted to do. Then I decided to do music, but
you can run again now? Yeah,
I'm fine now. I'm happy. I can run and
do Soccer Aid sounded like it must have been great fun. Who were you playing with? Who did you meet on that?
Oh, God. I met loads of people.
Who were the footballers, first of all?
Football players, we met Roy Keane, which was incredible, and which was one of my idols.
He's quite an angry fellow, isn't he, Roy Keane?
Well, yeah, very angry, because all week I was bantering with him on the changing grounds. I was running down, I was going, all right, Roy, you all right, son, you all right? He's like, yeah, I went, looking forward to the game Saturday. He goes, yeah. I said, you know, one of the sort of bannerings is, you ain't going to get nowhere near me, Roy. He's like, yeah. And I was thinking, why am I even saying this to Roy Keane? Yeah. And then we was in the tunnel before the game, and we're just about to walk out Old Trafford, and Roy comes up to me, and all week I had my knee bandaged just to keep it sort of secure. And he goes, how's your knee, Olly? I said, yeah, it's all right. He said, we'll see. It's one of them stories I tell down the pub to the boys all the time. It's great.
Ollie has a book out. Do I have Yeah, here I've got the book here.
Thank you.
It's called Ollie Murs Happy Days. It's a fun book. You didn't write it, did you? You kind of dictated it.
We
you
did
spoke to...
ghostwrite Martin, and it's not an autobiography. I hate when people ask that. It's just literally the last 4 or 5 years of my life and the experiences I went through before the X Factor and after. It's obviously got lots of pictures in it
Loads
as well.
of pictures. Your fans want to see pictures. Some of the pictures are quite
girls,
revealing based on the story we just
like.
saw. Yeah, let's have a look at 1 or 2 of the pictures here. Yeah, you look younger there than you do here. That looks like it was about 5 years ago. Is that a recent
that
picture?
was recently in my house. I was just getting ready and they took a picture.
There you go. Okay. Now that was not for this book. That was Heat magazine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Heat magazine.
Okay, so what's the story behind this picture
No,
here?
that was when my first single came out. Please Don't Let Me Go came out, and I said to the newspapers that, well, the magazine, I said if it goes, because I was up against Katy Perry, and I thought there's no way I'm going to get #1. So I said to her, the woman was joking, I was flirting with this news reporter, and she just went, "What would you do if you got #1?" I said, get naked for you in your magazine. She's like, "Really?" She's shaking it. I said, yeah, shaking it. My management team were like, "What are you doing?" And then literally went to #1, and I was like, "No, quick, press ups." So I quickly...
Well, we have the. I mean, it's obviously a fine display, and we have the hat that Ollie used in that photograph. Yeah. And as you can see. That wouldn't cover.
A perfect fit, thank you.
That's not a bad little hat, actually. Put it on, let's have a look at it. Jeez, look at that. Wow.
No,
it reminds me, there's a bar mitzvah this weekend I've got to go to.
Brilliant, thank you.
Well, great fun seeing you. And later on, I might get you out here because I think we might be trying to do something in the show. So if you're game for it, we will be seeing you again. Ladies and gentlemen, for now, though, Olly Murs. Ollie, that was great. Stay put.